happened, then this, or if this could happen, then that. Behind that bargaining, what's hiding is a sense of go through these emotions and then reach the acceptance. And that doesn't mean we're not going to look for solutions, because we have to. So I hope this is making sense. I know some of these concepts might be a little deep. Feel overwhelmed by this discussion, just try to be gentle with yourself. Notice what it is for you. Don't judge it, and just become aware of it. All right, the bargaining stage. This one is interesting. It could play out in many different ways. One is that you have this tendency to say things like, if only they had contained it better in China, we wouldn't be experiencing this right now. If only that vaccine would come out, we would all be saved. What if I had done this and that, then this wouldn't be happening right now. What if I hadn't traveled, then all this would not be going on right now. If I had prepared better and had gotten enough food, now I wouldn't be stressing out so much. What if I had gotten a different job and had started working online, now I wouldn't be facing the financial consequences of what's going on by not being able to go to my job and be paid. So there are many examples. I could spend hours just trying to come up with different examples or sharing the examples that my clients are going through. But you want to find your own. It has a bargaining sense to it, meaning that there's this what if ... if only ... you might be even finding that you're bargaining with God, or with whoever you pray to, or whoever you believe is watching over us in any way, meaning that you might be like, if I will, in situations where there's loss. I know a lot of my clients, they've shared with me in the past where they would be like, God, if you can only heal my mother and she doesn't die, I will devote the rest of my life to helping others and to being a better citizen, and I will never get angry again. I will never abuse drugs again, whatever it is. So there's this sense of bargaining, this sense of, had this not happened, then this, or if this could happen, then that. It's a very normal stage to go through, and it might not be exactly clear right now as I'm saying this, how it's playing out for you, but just again, become aware and see, maybe you'll start noticing throughout the day this pattern of bargaining. And what I want you to know is that behind that bargaining, what's hiding is a sense of regret. It's a sense of guilt. So it is important to notice that bargaining, because it does hide those deeper emotions of regret and guilt, and we're trying to cover up that sense of regret by trying to bargain things out, trying to say, well, if I hadn't done that, then this wouldn't have happened. And it's normal to do that, but again, we have to understand that the goal here is to really allow ourselves to be able to go through these emotions and then reach the acceptance, which is that whatever it is that has happened, how is it that I'm going to deal with it now, rather than getting stuck in the pattern of anger, or in the pattern of denial, or in the pattern of just this bargaining, this sense of, if only I can do this now, or if only I can look for that next solution, then that will be better. And that doesn't mean we're not going to look for solutions, because we have to adjust to this. We have to learn how to accept this and live with this. But we have to do that from a place of acceptance rather than from a place of running away from our feelings or running away from what's really going on within us. So I hope this is making sense. I know some of these concepts might be a little deep right now, so I just wanted to offer you how I view some of these processes, and then you can take little nuggets from what I'm sharing. And in my private sessions, I can go a lot deeper, or however each person needs to be supported in this. But don't feel overwhelmed by this discussion. Just try to be gentle with yourself and say, maybe there are a couple things that you can gain from this that can help you get a better insight as to what is going on within your heart. So again, in this bargaining, just notice how maybe with your children, maybe you are feeling, powerless as to what are you going to do now that they can't go to school, right? How far behind are they going to be in academics or in their sports or in the goals that they had, and now they can't even continue those activities they were doing. So maybe there's regret and guilt and bargaining there. Maybe it's with your own health. Maybe it's with your finances. Maybe it's with God again. It could play out in many different ways. Maybe it's with your spouse, with the government, with however, again, different ways that this could play out. So notice what it is for you. Don't judge it, and just become aware of it. And then keep moving through those stages. And the next one is the hard one. The next stage is the tough one. So let's talk about depression.